Hello there, and I don't know why I always start with hello there and weird. Apparently, I missed a lot of events last time. Whoopsie. Um, so I'm just going to go through essentially the results over the weekend, and again, I'm going to like update the stats and do all that kind of data stuff on a monthly basis. So I also don't really want to talk a lot today because I've got a bit of an ulcer on the side of my tongue, so it hurts to talk, which is very annoying. Anyway, uh, yeah, some of the comments, like people keep saying they can't see the data on the screen very well. It's really difficult to Um, I'll show you. It's difficult to do that. Oh, hold on, I'll leave that off for a bit. I didn't do the square-based open in Toronto. No, you're quite right. That's another one I missed. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Um, yeah, that was a mistake. Another one. So yeah, when you go to like zoom in, and then like, I mean, that's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a very. And then when you look at like win percentage, when you zoom in, like, so you can see the names like on the screen. It's you can't see the graph. So, and if you like, where's the thing where it says what size the text is? Hmm. Can I not even? I can't. I don't think I can actually change the text size either. That's weird. Yeah, can't even change the text size. So yeah, I, I I'll think I'll try and think of something. But the reason I was looking at this Beltway battles, October 19th, 20th. I probably haven't got far enough. October 19th, 20th. That was another one I missed as well. I don't know. Did I get War in the Heartlands? I don't know. It's going really well, isn't it? Do you know anything? No, not really. Because where did I? Yeah. So I got the Old World GT Gure. I think I missed a War in the Heartlands as well. Why did it? When was that? October 19th. Oh, that's weird. I don't. Hmm. I don't think I've. I think I've missed off quite a bit actually, to be honest. So I didn't do that one, but I definitely saw that. So why is it not? That's the other one I missed. That uh, Luna and this is going excellently, isn't it? What's an absolute lemon? Um, uh, I thought I looked at that one as well. Hmm. I'll have to. I'll do the data after I've done the video. So basically, I think I'm going to change the format a little bit. So we'll look at the data on a monthly basis, and then I can do some like charts of like trends over time and sort of highlight some interesting stats that's happening, and do like a proper like stats show rather than just like show you all the stats. Well, I'll show you all the stats still, but like I'll try and highlight the bits where there's some interesting trends emerging. Pardon me. And then these weekly shows, I'll just go through the tournaments, and then afterwards I'll sort the data out. So Saffron fantasy. Oh dear, dearie me. Right. What was the other? What was the other? Hold on for later. Shush you. What was the other Right, that's doubles, so can't use that. Saffron Fantasy Slam. That looks alright. 24. And it's 2k, so that's good. So we can use that one. This one, Book of Grudges, no placings, okay. Oslo Skielborg 3. Old World Antiquity Revived. 21 players, which means it doesn't really matter what the size is. I've clicked on that twice. SoCal Open 2024. High Isles. Nice. 13 players, 5 games. Good, good. And yeah, 32 at the Toronto Open. This is one where Luna managed to lose a game. I think that's the first competitive game she's lost in the whole world. Maybe. And then we got War in the Heartlands Act 4, which is a 5-game tournament. Cool. So let's have a look at some lists. So Saffron Fantasy Slam, which took place in England. Ben Harper with Tomb Kings managed to win. There's a Troll Horde, which is cool. And then we've got Bretonnian Exiles. Interesting. Oh, that's going to throw out my data, isn't it? Oh, God. What am I going to do about that? I think I'll list sub-factions. Yeah, I'm going to have to... Yeah, I've figured it out. Right. So Saffron Fantasy Slam. Well done to these 3 people. Andrew Chant with his Exiles list, which has the Green Knight in. Does it have 2 cannons? No, it only has one. The gentlemanly 1 cannon. Loads of Pegasus Knights and a cannon, and then some other stuff. That's So he's got the main bits of a Exiles list that's going to do quite well. So, but well done. You've actually got to turn up and actually wield it properly. So very well done. Matt Sinclair's gone for a Troll Horde, which has 2. So basically, Stone Trolls have better armor, and River Trolls have an extra wound, basically. And they've all got great weapons because they've got NAF weapon skill. It's got a couple of Troll Hags, which I think is the most horrible model in the whole thing. Because it just makes me want to vomit. Although the rules for it are really nice. He's got a nice level 4 wizard as well. He's gone for Ogdruts as well. I wonder how, if he's listening, Matt, how does Ogdruts get on? Because I think he's a bit rubbish, but you tell me. Then he's got some wolf chariots to get in the way of stuff. He's got a ball boy mob to do a bit of crumping. I'd have made them big uns because it's very little points for quite a decent upgrade. But yeah, decent list. Quite well balanced actually. There's like a core of like heavy infantry. There's a few MSU style units to get in the way. There's a bit of crumping. There's some what are effectively like giants roaming around. So yeah, good list. Well done for bringing it home. And Ben Harper managed to win the whole thing with Tomb Kings. He's got a Bone Dragon with Armour of Ages, and yeah, the standard Tomb King build. He's gone Double Dragon. Okay, that's a pretty standard. Not Mortuary Cult though. No, of course it's not because you have a Tomb King. You can't have that in a Mortuary Cult. Little unit of chariots. Yeah, the tournament I went to, I really missed having a little unit of chariots. I think that provides a lot of extra utility. Big block of skeleton warriors, which I quite like. Couple of tomb scorpions. script, yeah, one of each of the rare slots. I think this is probably the most balanced and sensible build because the Screaming Skull basically allows you to cast a -1 leadership debuff quite a long distance. So even if none of the spells come off from the High Priest, you're still -1 leadership for the casket test. So you can hit a unit and hopefully it'll fail its leadership test. So these two together synergize quite well, and Necrosphinxes are just bloody brilliant. So yeah, this is a very good, very well balanced list with all the individual elements. And actually, again, apart from the double dragon thing, I mean, you see this quite a lot. I mean, I wouldn't really. I'm not sure about the double dragon really. I mean, but the Necrolith Bone Dragon is a very, 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 very cheap upgrade. That is a significant mount upgrade. So, it's worthwhile taking. Just a note, by the way, if you're using the Armor of Ages, you can't use the 4+ full plate that the Bone Dragon comes with, because you've got to go all in on an armor save. So either you go for the 4+ from the Bone Dragon, or you go for the 6+ from the Armor of Ages, but your opponent has to reroll wounds. Just a note, you see that getting misplayed quite often, but that was in the recent FAQ. So you've got to pick whichever armor is the most advantageous to you, but you choose which one is most advantageous to you. Now, I did have an argument the last tournament I went to with a bloke who says, no, that means the 4+'s better. And I'm like, no, re-rolling wounds is on every level 100% better. But you can't choose that. Yes, you can. He's but they introduced that to stop this, and I'm like, no. No, they didn't. It's just you've got to take the rough with the smooth, and the rough of using the Armor of Ages is it's only light armor. So you basically don't have an armor. Well, you more or less don't have an armor save, but what you do is you make your opponent re-roll all successful wounds, and when you stick it on a thing that makes it toughness 6, then that becomes incredibly, incredibly good. I mean, the Tomb King is toughness 5 anyway, so the +1 toughness is not a massive upgrade, but it's a bit of an upgrade. Anyway, that's Tomb Kings. Saffron Fantasy Slam, well done, Ben, Matt, and Andrew, and in fact everybody else for turning up. Anybody interested? Paul Curran. Oh, well done, Paul. He's taking dwarves again. Yeah, and dwarves are very difficult to play with. Oslo Skielborg, Gord, Terje, and Stefan, maybe. Apologies for butchering names. Managed to... we've got Skaven coming in second. That's exciting news. But Warriors of Chaos and Vampire Counts, they're often up there. Ooh, Ogre's coming fourth. Nice. That's... No, my policy is I'm reviewing 1 through 3. Somebody had a go at me saying, you missed out some dwarves, they came fourth several times. I'm like, well, yeah, but they didn't hit the podium. Sorry. I do like dwarves. I really, really want a dwarf army, but I can't quite decide what I want in it. So I'm not going to buy anything yet. Right. Oslo. Yes, Stefan came third. Well done. He's got a Nurgle Dragon with the standard kit. He's also got a level 4 Wizard on a Steed, which and this is Tzeentch. Is he got some Tzeentch Knights somewhere? Or no? Weird. He's got a couple of MSU Warhound units. A couple of nearly MSU Forsaken units. Forsaken by Khorne, which means they've got Hatred, which means they get to reroll hits. And they've got a lot of decent attacks, so that's smart. He's got a couple of units of Marauder Horsemen with Flails and a Marcus Slaanesh. Not sure why Slaanesh. It just gives you +1 initiative in the first round of combat. I guess... Yeah, and they're light cavalry, so they're likely to be getting the charge off anyway. And if they're not getting the charge off, they're being charged by cavalry. So, I'm not sure why Slaanesh, to be honest. Typically you see corn because just extra attacks and they're little bullets that you just fire off into stuff, and that's why you have the warhounds to kind of get in the way and stop them from charging when you don't want them to. And it's got Waterfire Dragon, which he's upgraded to be level 2 wizard, so that's exciting. So he's gone double dragon. There is a triple dragon build out there. If you make that Chaos Lord cheaper, you can fit in Galrauch, by the way. So you can have Galrauch, which is your level 4 wizard, Waterfire Dragon, and a Chaos Lord, and less of this stuff. But double dragon, that's going to be the main threat in this list. The rest of it is just going to pick bits off and deal with your opponent's MSU style stuff, whilst the dragons do most of the work. And yeah, and that Sorcerer Lord is like a mobile bunker, really. It's just going to be, because the Tzeentch spell's really good. Battle Magic's got a couple of really good spells for doing damage, and he's got the Ruby Ring as well. So he's got all the main tools. So yeah, well, that's a very good list. Well done, Stefan. Then Skaven coming in second. 2 Grey Seers on foot, which I said ages ago. I originally thought you automatically would put them on the bell because, toughness 6 for like 50p. It's like so cheap. It's not 50 points, but like anyway. So, but then somebody pointed out, yeah, but then it's a large target, so it just gets cannoned off straight away. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good point. What they need to do for is they need to change the push to long rule and just say that these are heavy chariots that can be part of units. Then if you did that, you'd see the Grey Seer on the bell in a big massive clan rats again. Because you can just look out Sir it then, and which I'm pretty sure is what the rule used to be in 6th, because I always had a bell in a unit. That was my big unit of, was it clan rats or storm vermin? Can't remember, but anyway, I had a bell in a big unit, and it was super effective. Anyway, he's got a chieftain with the I love the cautious shield. It's a BSB with a cautious shield. Good, well done. I like this. We've got Warlock Engineers, of course, not with any levels of magic. So these are here just to allow him to include other things. So he's got a big unit of clan rats with a warp fire thrower, and there's a warp grinder. No rattling guns. Terrible. A couple of giant rat units, some night runners. Don't know what they're for really. Then he's got some gutter runners. They're great because they got poison attacks. And then another unit of gutter runners. Then some Giselles. Then 2 units of Globadiers. He's gone heavy into the Globadiers. Yeah, on first glance, I thought they were rubbish. But every time I read their stat line, I'm like, maybe there's a use case for them. So obviously, Terrier? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm really sorry. But anyway, obviously, Terry. Sorry, that was probably more offensive. Anyway, good old Tez has gone and has lent heavily into the Globadiers. So obviously that works. I did originally think the Giselles were great, but having taken some Bo Shabti to a tournament, I can see them just doing absolutely nothing in a game. The Giselles, I mean, because you only get that many shooting phases, and you need your shooting to be effective. I really like the Doom Wheel, because if you actually read the rules, it gets to shoot every shooting phase, and you can basically trigger it at the start of the shooting phase. So in turn 1, use your battle magic to get your Doom Wheels in their face, hit them 3 times with a template, and then you do it in their shooting phase as well. And whether they're in combat or not, they can use that lightning ability, so they're always firing. So even if your opponent charges you, you can still hit them 3 times with your lightning before the combat starts. It's brutal. Yeah, so I think that's a bit of a cheat code for Skaven, but there's too many armies I've got that need painting or rebasing or whatever. So there we go. And then well done, Guard, for coming first with Vampire Counts. He hasn't gone for a massive Necromancer build. Yes, you do need a level 4 Master Necromancer with the Sceptre of de Noirot. That's a super important part of any vampire list. If you don't, it's not going to do very well. I'm sorry that that's the case, and you can't lean into vampires, but tough shit. That's what the rules are. He's only got one Banshee. He's got a Zombie Dragon with a Vampire count. He's a level 2, Talisman of Protection, Dark Acolyte and Master of the Black Arts. Dark Acolyte, that's one of those. Master of the Black Arts, I think, is the one that makes him a level 3 wizard, and Dark Acolyte means that it can do not Arise, that's the Tomb King version. It can do the Invocation of Nehek, which is to bring stuff back, but it only counts as a level 1 wizard when it does so. But he's gone for a couple of Terrorgeists as well, which is quite cool. He's gone for a gentlemanly unit of 20 zombies, which after the first turn will probably be about 40. Because you can resurrect zombies above their starting number. However, the maximum unit size on a unit of zombies is 40, so no other unit, I think, has a maximum size. Apart from maybe giant rats. I think they've got a maximum size, haven't they? There's very few units that have a maximum size, but zombies do on purpose because you can resurrect them up to that. I think that rule's a bit rubbish. Like, because you basically just get 23 zombies at the start of the game. So basically Vampire Count players effectively just get, 60 points of free models. Like, and they're allowed a standard bearer, which I don't get. And they're 3 points each. They're so cheap. Like, they can't be pointed for. Because if you're pointing if you're assuming that you're going to get double at the start of the game, right? They're basically 1.5 points each. That's just, I don't think they've pointed them for that. So that's a bit of a rubbish rule, but whatever. Tough shit is what it is. So well done those chaps. Old World Antiquity revived. We've got Ryan. Oh no, I cancelled the thing off. I was going to get the data afterwards, wasn't I? Foolish. Right, so this one, and what was the other one? It was oh god, why can't I find it? There it is, that one. Right, it's SoCal. Where are we? Old World Antiquity revived. We've got Warriors of Chaos, Vampire Council, Warriors of Chaos. Well done to Ryan, Wayne, and Justin for getting the podium. I'm not going to be surprised by these. Oh, it's a 1750 list. Oh dear. Does that mean 21, 1750? Does that make it? 1750, 3 games. You need 12. So, yeah, we're in. Galrauch, Demon Prince. Waterfire, so Double Dragon and a Demon Prince. That's nasty for a 1750. That is nasty. Yeah. Vampire Counts. Oh, Strigoi. Interesting. On a Terrorgeist. How many others? Another Terrorgeist and Vargeist. Vargeists are pretty good. Apart from the fact they don't have Swift Stride. I thought they were really good, and then somebody pointed out they don't have Swift Stride, and then I'm like, oh, that's odd. Yeah, decent list. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on 1750 lists because tournaments don't come up that often. But it's just interesting to see what priorities people have. He does have a Chaos Lord and a Sorcerer Lord, and that is allowable within even 1,000 points. You can't because you can't afford them, but. Well, you could, I think, because I think they're like 190 points each, aren't they? So you could actually fit those in a 1,000-point list, which some people don't like, me included. I think it's just a bit character overload at the moment. I'd like to see some more like big blocks of infantry because you know, that looks cooler. This is it is a Herald's list. Yeah. I was just noticing everything was mounted. Herald's, yeah. I mean, well done for taking it. I just don't see the value because, like, why not allow us to have more Chaos Chosen Knights in a Herald's list? You know, or make it worthwhile. But anyway, well done to those three for taking that home. Then we've got SoCal Open 2024, which was won by Todd Swenson, who came third with Britannia. Miles O'Neill came second with Chaos, and High Elf player Kevin Morgan managed to win the tournament. So Todd Swenson came third with Britannian Exiles Musion. He's got the Green Knight. It's a flavourful, characterful list from Musion with the Green Knight in. The embodiment of all that is holy, fighting alongside Musion. Two cannons, loads of Pegasus Knights, flavourful, characterful list. Not at all. Royal Pegasus, BSB, and Baron with the Falcon Horn and the Frontier Axe. Flavourful, characterful list. Yeah, this is this is like 500 points of core. This is like the most power gamey sort of Britannia list I think I've ever seen. And it's got that little word Museum in there, as if it's sort of it's a memes list. No, this is not. This is filth. This is pure filth. Well done, Todd. Brilliant work. Oh, good. Miles O'Neill came second with his Warriors of Chaos list. Sorry about that. He's got a Nurgle Dragon. He's got a level 4 Wizard on a Steed. He's got some Warriors. Not sure why. How did you get on with them? Did you actually manage to get any like decent value out of them? It's got a couple of Marauder Horsemen with Undivided. Yeah, I mean, I think Khorne's better because you get the extra attack, and then you can just use them as like little bullets to delete things. But Undivided, I think, works really well for, especially for Marauders, because you get to reroll pretty much all your tests like Panic and all the rest. So, you know, for light cavalry that are going to be zipping around hunting cannons, you know, their Undivided is really useful. So, I think, But obviously Khorne, the problem with, maybe Undivided's better, actually, thinking about it. We've got some Warhounds, we've got some Chosen Knights. They're a bit of a waste of points, I find. In my experience, I've used Chaos a lot. I find them to be a waste of points. I don't find the Spawn of Chaos to be a waste of points. I think it's brilliant. Like, I've got 3 in my list at the moment. I've actually only got 2 though, but whatever. So I need to buy another one. And then then he's got a Gore-Beast Chariot. I haven't got any Gore-Beast Chariots, so I think they're horrendous. But, you know, all power to him. Well done, Miles. That looks like a pretty solid list, apart from the Warriors of the Chaos Warriors. I don't really know what they're for. They're pretty good as like a vessel to put your Sorcerer Lords in. So if you got like 2 Sorcerer Lords and then like 2 units of like, I don't know, 20 Chaos Warriors, all marked up with Tzeentch, I think that provides like a really good like fire base that you can, because you can then angle both units, so you've got like a good like overlapping arc in the middle, but then quite a wide arc for the Tzeentch spells, and then just pile on the spells basically. But yeah, good list. And then we've got Kevin Morgan with his high elf list coming out winning. He's got an Archmage on a dragon. He's got a Prince on a dragon, double dragon. And he's got and Skycasters. These are like the best chariots in the game, I think. And he's got 2 of them. Yeah, good choice. He's got a couple of line chariots, which sadly I think are a bit rubbish. But the models are fantastic. And they're not that rubbish that you can't include them in a tournament list. They're just not as good as other chariots. They're certainly not as good as Sky Cutters. But Kevin, if you're watching, put a comment down below and let me know. And then he's got some Seaguard, of course, probably the best core choice in the entire game, and he's got some Valerian Reavers, which I think are absolute trash, but having some light cavalry in general is a good idea. So you often see them in lists because of that. Because they're just some light cavalry, so they can go around and do light cavalry things. Righty-ho. Then we've got the Square-based Open in Toronto, which... if you don't know what I was humming, that's a song from an old-fashioned comedy sketch show called Monty Python, and the song is "I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day." And they're all like Canadian kind of, that's the image that's in the thing. All like plaid, lumberjacky sort of stuff. And it all turns out that by the end of the song, they all love a bit of drag. It's it's funny. Quite dated though, so maybe a modern audience might not like it, but whatever. I'm not massively modern. I don't think there's anything offensive in it. It's just a bit kind of old-fashioned. Right, so Christian, we've seen his name before. He's Adam Slutsky, we've seen his name before. And Claudio Paula, we've seen his name before as well. So these three, again, podiuming at a tournament. I don't know whether it was the same order last time, but Christian took a Beastman list, which is a Bray Shaman, level 2, Doom Bull with Doom Bull stuff, level 4 Bray Shaman with the Hagtree Fetish on a chariot, and then a Wargore with Slug Skin and a BSB. Doom Bull and Wargore go in a big unit of something there, that gore, and they make that unit fucking unstoppable. Then we've got some Warhounds and some... Oh, he's gone for a couple of Minotaurs in ambushes, which is, again, sensible. Can you take Minotaurs singular? Interesting. Or do they have... Can you give them different weapon options? Is that a thing? Oh, cool. And then a couple of units of Dragon Ogres, because they're pretty good. And then a Shaggoth with Shaggoth-y stuff that basically gets it down to like a 2-up armor save on a toughness 5, 6 monster with a great weapon and loads of attacks and a bit of magic. So, and he's also put how many drops he's got, which is nice of him. It's quite useful. Then Claudio has taken Walls of the Sea, which I think is rubbish. So Claudio is sticking the middle finger up at my opinions. Good man. We like this. I like to be challenged. So we got level 4 Tzeentch Demon Prince. Got an Exalted Champion on a Gore-Beast Chariot, which is nice. It's got some Warhounds, some Marauder Horse. Now, here we've got the Marauder Tribe Berserkers. So these are unique to Wolves of the Sea. If anybody's listening and has used them, please let me know how good they are, because on paper they look a bit kind of okay, but and Huskars, they look pretty decent on paper. Skin Walls look great on paper. The problem with the Wolves of the Sea is that they don't really have any like heavy stuff, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you're watching, Claudio, please let me know. And apologies if I'm butchering your name, but please let me know how you get on and which bits worked and which bits didn't. Because I'm not looking at this list, like, okay, so what's he going to do? He's got these 2 Warhounds have Vanguard. He's got some Light Horse of Khorne, So these warhounds are probably going to accompany these horsemen and stop them from charging when he doesn't want to. And then when these get unleashed in a charge, these will charge as well. Because if you like lap them at the front, they can both see the target. If you want these cavalry to charge, you can charge the dogs at the same time. So they just kind of move out like that. And so you don't get as many marauder horse in combat, but you still you still do. Or if you want to charge, the dogs into something else so that they can get more frontage into them, you can do. They're just like ablative armour to stop the horsemen from having to charge when you don't want them to. The Marauder tribe Berserkers, he's got all of these in ambush, so I'd imagine they're going to actually, stay in ambush and they're going to crop up turn 2 or 3 or something like that. He's got his level 4 wizard as this demon prince with the armor of silvered steel. So it's got a 4-up ward save already. And he's got a favour of the gods. Infernal puppet. That's something to do with magic. I can't remember exactly what it does. And then we've got so we've got the Marauder tribe. So they're going to pop up in ambush. So what's he actually going to start on the table with? There's not a lot on the table to begin with, really, is there? Because you've got this unit of Marauder tribe Huskarls. They're on horses. Yeah. So they're on horses, and they've got heavy armor and shields. So they've only got a 4-up save, and they're only toughness 3. So they go down to shooting really quickly. The skin walls again, they don't really have much by way of defense. So these are going to be hiding behind terrain probably because they need to get in. Chaos Giant might be a bit of a distraction Carnifex sort of thing to allow these to get in, maybe. So people are going to focus fire on the giant and, not on these. Whereas these can do a lot of damage if they get into combat. So can the giant, to be fair. And the giant's leads you 10 and unbreakable, so you've got to deal with it. Whereas these you can break. Yeah, I'm not sure how this army works. Am I close to how it works? Then we've got a couple of Vanguard Chaos Warhounds. Are they there to bait out frenzied units effectively, or do they have another job? I don't know. But let me know. Let me know. Well done anyway for getting. How many wins did he get? He got 4 in a draw, so he nearly actually won the whole thing with. This list. Kiss Army. What? Keep it simple and straight, or do you mean the band? Adam Slutsky managed to win with Chosen and Drogas. Yeah. So we've got Lord on a Dragon, we've got a Sorcerer Lord, level 4 on a Demonic Mount. We've got quite a lot of Forsaken by Slanesh. I think Slanesh is the best because of Swift Stride. It's just great. Just getting them into combat early before they get shot off is a good idea. We've got some Zinchi Horsemen. Presumably that's to accompany the Sorcerer Lord to give him +1 to cast. Maybe. And then we've got some Chosen Chaos Knights. And then we've got some Dragon Ogres. So presumably this is one flank. In fact, the whole army can just sit on a flank, can't it? And just sort of sweep through the opponent. And genuinely, I think that's the way that you win with Chaos. You just concentrate everything on one flank, bomb down there to the opponent as quickly as possible, and then just munch along. That's the way that Chaos wins. So your opponent, if they're sensible, will put all their defensive shooting stuff in that flank, and then have all their fast cavalry stuff to come round and crump the Chaos player as they're trying to get everything into the shooting. Either that, or they put all their... Well, yeah, but you can't really do that. Because the problem is, as soon as you start deploying stuff, right, if you put your shooting, in one... if you put, a decent shooting unit there, and then the Chaos player starts putting his cavalry down there, and then you put another shooting thing down there, But the Chaos player's not going to do that, because they've got... that's another reason why you take, Warhounds, because it's a 30 point. You don't care if that dies. So like you can just, that's just a drop just to like bait out your opponent's stuff, essentially. But cool. Well done, Adam. Well done, Adam. Right, and then we got, yeah, Battle at the Beltway, where Luna managed to lose a game, which is a turn up for the books. I mean, I don't really need to go over Luna and Phil's list because I've been over their list so many times. But Charles managed to come third behind two of the best players in the world, so well done, Charles. He's got a vampire count, which is, he's not gone. He's got the. Oh, where's the sceptre of de Noiro? Come on, it's tradition. No, he's got to have the sceptre of de Noiro. That's what Master Necromancers have. It's standard, isn't it? 9 Blood Knights, nice. Yeah, I love Blood Knights. I've got 10 of them. And he's got some Black Knights as. Yeah, he's got the White King. Yeah, so he's got those in cool. Nice. This is going to be quick. And the vampire count is also on a nightmare. Oh, does the vampire count go in the Blood Knights? Have you given him? You have given him Dark Acolyte, so he can res. Is it 2? It is level +1, isn't it? I think on cavalry. So he can res 2 of those a turn, which is just nuts. If he's not in combat, obviously. Yeah, and he's got the Dragon Slaying Vampire Thrall, Dragon Slaying Sword. The Vampire Thrall's also on a nightmare. Interesting. Where's that going to be then? Is that going to be? And the White King is also on a steed with a Ruby Ring of Ruin. Yeah, this is a really nice. This is a quick list that's going to do a lot of damage, and then you've got, but it's quite small as well, so it's going to, it's going to. There's not a lot of tabletop that's being used up. And the Master Necromancer around the zombies, just to like hold the centre, that absolutely makes sense. Yeah, I like this list. I think it's quite good. I like this as like an alternative to like the Scream list. I think this is like, once they nerf the Scream, this is the sort of thing that you'll see. So well done, Charles, pioneer. Luna has gone for Exiles. Oh, excellent. This is slightly different because I don't think she does normally. Green Knight, 2 Bombards, 5 Peg Knights, about 500 points of stuff. Yeah, it's filth. It's filth. It's filth. And then a Baron and a Paladin with a Royal Pegasus. So 7 Pegasus Knights, including 2 real hard-hitting heroes. Oh. The Green Knight that can pop up from anywhere and kill anything, or at least make a nuisance of itself. A level 3 wizard for level 3 wizard stuff. Battle magic. Ruby Ring. Yeah, just, oh. Just to kind of zip around and just do a load of damage. And then 2 Bombards, because they're 100% the best cannon in the game. Just absolute filth. Oh, well done, Luna. Brilliant. And then Phil has gone for 2 Next Things, 2 Scorpions. It doesn't normally take that many Chariots, I don't think. 3 Stalkers, which again I think are rubbish. Double Dragon? Yeah, Double Dragon. Tomb King and a High Priest. Yeah, so this is a pretty standard 2. Well, is it? I mean, normally you see like a big block of spears or a big block of archers with a character that gives them poisoned attacks, but he's not gone for that. Which is cool. Cool. Nice list, and well done for winning with it. Yep. The thing is, like, Tomb King lists they're not really filth. They're just everything in the Tomb King's roster is just very good. There's not a lot of dross in the Tomb King that are options for the Tomb Kings in general. Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot of like stuff that's a waste of points or that you can really make mistakes with. Tomb Kings are just like really forgiving, and I think that was sorry, I'm not in the middle. That was my experience. Not that it matters whether I'm in the middle or not. Anyway, War in the Heartlands, Act 4. John Dale. Somebody mentioned another tournament that anyway. Coming in third, Mortuary Cults, High Priest, level 4, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah, standard. Actually, a few more Bo Shabti than you normally see, so that's nice. 2 Tomb Scorpions, didn't he? Yeah, he's got 2 Tomb Scorpions, 2 Necrosphinx. This is, again, I think this is what you do for rare with Tomb Kings in general. I think that's a really good combo. He's got another Necrosphinx in special because Mortuary Cults can. And he's got no dragon, which is interesting. I think, yeah, okay. So if you're not doing double dragon, you probably put this in rare. If you're doing double dragon, you probably don't need that stuff, I think, generally. Joe McGough with Bretonia coming in second. Exiles. 2 Outcast Wizards. Interesting. Yep. And then he's got 500 points of crap. And 5 Peg Knights, 2 Bombards. Yeah, it's the Exiles list, isn't it? Like, we're seeing this or thereabouts quite a lot at the moment. Then we've got Chaos Dwarves coming in second. So we've got a Sorcerer Prophet, Bale Taurus, level 4, great choice, excellent. War Boss on a Wyvern, great choice, excellent. Demonsmith Sorcerer, not sure why that's there, but okay, they're not a waste of points. There's got some Cutthroats to be like cheap chaff because they're only like 3 points each, ridiculous. If you got a unit of you could have 100 of them for 300 points. Like, come on, G-Dub, make them better and cost more, right? Got some Infernal Guard with Fireglaze, 15 Black Orc Mob. Because you've got to have a unit of Black Orcs for every Black Orc hero and vice versa. So, but he's actually lent into the Black Orcs, which is quite cool. And he's gone for 2 Death Reekers, which I think are possibly the worst out of, well, not the worst, but like you definitely want a Dreadcrake Mortar. I think that's one improvement that you can make, Tom, is get a Dreadcrake Mortar. The reason for that is not because of the damage it does, because it turns off Swift Stride. So it means that you can like get real close to their cavalry. So you're in like, Swift Stride range. So you're like, movement plus like 7 or 8 away. Especially if you've got like a big flying thing that you actually do want to get the charge off with. So you're like, oh, maybe with a great weapon you're not that bothered. Don't know. But anyway, that would be, you see what I mean? Because if you got like fly 9, 10? Let's say fly 10, just to make the maths simpler. 19-inch charges, you get a 50-50 chance of making them. Swift Stride, basically, you got a 50-50 chance of making the full 9. Making the 8 is like, I can't remember, it's like 2/3 to 3/4, and making a 7 is like almost impossible that you won't do it. So anyway, so if you got a fly 10, you can park 17 inches away from their cavalry that might only have movement, 7 or 8, right? You hit a Dreadcrake Mortar somewhere nearby, turns off their Swift Stride, so they can't charge you. You're in charge range. It's pretty decent strat. Did he win? Tom Carley with Chaos Dwarves managed to win. I'm telling a bloke who's won a 5-game tournament how to sort this list out. How arrogant! What a knob! Oh dear. Okay, so there was Espot TO. Which other one did I miss? Espot TO. What did he say? Espot TO, October 19th, 20th. Where is it? Oh, Square-Based Open Toronto, Espot. Okay, yeah. Espot TO. Is that what you mean? Cool. Somebody mentioned some other... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Which ones haven't I responded to yet? Yeah. There was Longshanks, that was it. This is a new thing. Well, new to me anyway. That has quite a lot of tournaments on it, actually. I need to pay for the maximum, the big subscription, because then I get all the stats off it as well, which will be quite cool. Find events. Event history. And they're all here. Is this all of them ever? Does that mean 25th of Feb? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Cool. Right, so there's quite a bit on here. 6 players, 26 players. The Barmy at Skull Pass is one. Clash at Caron. There's not a lot on here, actually, is there? But it's all data, isn't it? Oh, Element Games. Oh, that's where the Element Tournament is. It's on here. Oh, I was wondering where that was, where the data for that was. How have they... Imps Gaming did a tournament. That's just down the road from me. What? I thought I was on their mailing list. Obviously, I'm not. I would have gone. Would I have gone? 2nd of October, possibly. Depends where I got rugby. Right, anyway. That's annoying. It's a slightly different home... what? Why is that? Why would you care what... Oh, whatever. What is... Oh, this is London. Okay. So this is the Barmy at Skull Pass. 26 players... in Daventry, Battlefield Hobbies. Oh, they've used this thing as well. So, how do I get to lists? By clicking on the player? No. Oh, hold on. Is it that? Quick, isn't it? The grand fuckery of Kyle Webb. Cool. He's got high elves. He's got dragon. Oh, he's got an archmage on a sky cutter. I do like sky cutters. An archmage on a sky cutter. That's really smart, actually. Oh, I need to look into that. That looks pretty cool. I can't wait for high elves to be released, to be honest, because I really want a high elf army. I've never had one, and that seems to be the theme of like the stuff that I'm collecting this time round. Like I had dwarves last time round in 6th. I got rid of all my 6th edition stuff though, so I'm having to like rebuild. But no, it's not quite true. I kept a few bits, and I've rebased some for AOS, which I'm now rebasing back on squares for, because Games Workshop are a bunch of bunches. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, High Elves are just an army that I don't think I ever had. I think I had a unit of like spear elves at one point, but yeah, that was. I always wanted Sea Guard, but like I was poor at the time and they were all metal, so just too expensive to get a decent sized unit. But Archmage on a Sky Cutter is cool, and he's got 500 points of just chaffy bits to get in the way and do things, and he's got some Illyrian Reavers again, which I think are a bit rubbish, but they are light cavalry, and they're the only light cavalry High Elves have got, so you're stuck with them really. He's He's got some Phoenix Guard. That's unusual. Dragon Princes again. These are unusual in a tournament setting. Well, on a podium at least. And he's got Sisters of Avalon. You do see those quite. Ruby Ring of Ruin on the High Sister. That's smart. I like that. So there's a couple of bits from this list that I really like. So well done, Ivor. Why you know Kyle. Anyway, we've got Orcs and Goblins. He's gone for a big boss on a Spidder. He's gone for an odd knob on a foot. He's gone for a war boss on a foot, and a Night Goblin big boss on a foot. So lots of foot characters, which is interesting. Jesus Christ on a bike. 90. Sorry, you probably can't see that. Let's make it bigger. 90. Somebody's told me earlier on that I don't make things big enough so you can read it. 98 Night Goblins. 98 Night Goblins. Jesus Christ. With the Spider Banner, which basically gives all of these short bows poisoned attacks. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrendous. That is really nasty. Because you're going to have what? 25, 25, 25, 23. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? So if you have like 25, 25, 25, and then 23. So the first 25 can shoot, and then you got 13, 13, 12, don't you? Yeah. So that's 25, 38, add the 25, 50, 63. So you got 63 shooting. That's 10 auto wounds. And probably actually that's it. But still, oof. That's enough to kill a giant in one round of shooting. That's really nasty. And then, of course, he's got 3. That's actually really smart. I really like that. And that looked amazing on the tabletop. Like, just this mass of, like, Night Goblins that you just got to deal with all with bows. Oh, I really like that, actually. Yeah, well done. Then we've got some bolt throwers, because why wouldn't you? They're 45 points for a bolt thrower. Like, I don't know why they're so cheap. Like, you look at, like, a dwarf bolt thrower, and, like, you know, it's like 70, 80 points, and they're both ballistic skill 3 bolt throwers. Like, there's fundamentally not a lot of difference between the two. Like, ridiculous. We've got some wolf chariots, we've got some troll mobs, we've got a doom diver. Good choice. Yeah, I like this list. This is nice. That's a nice list. Well done. Well done to Mark. Yeah, I'm not surprised you podiumed with that. That's really nice. Mark Dunstan. Beastman Brayherds. Great Bray Shaman. Hanktree Fetish Chariot. Yeah. Doom Bull, Ogre Blade, and Black and Plate, and all that crap. Yeah. And BSB, Slug Skin, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Big unit of Gauze or something. Yeah. So we got those two, the big unit of Gauze, and then that's running around in a chariot, doing a lot of damage, loads of chariots, and single MSU sort of stuff. Yep. That's pretty standard Beastman list. So, yeah, but great. You've got to actually use it on the day, and you managed 2 wins and a draw, which is nice. How do I... Is there... I can view the games. Oh. Oh, Beastman Brayherds. Oh, this... I actually prefer this over Best Coast Pairings. Now I've got used to it a little bit. It's because it's got way more data here on this dashboard bit. I just need to subscribe and see what data I can get off the back end. It's really good, actually. Don't know how good it is from like a TO's perspective or from a live perspective, but yeah, pretty good. EM, Empire of Man. Oh, that's Kingdom of Britannia. Oh. I don't like these like shields and icons and stuff. Just write the bloody thing out. Oh, but that means we've got to do it in different languages. I don't care. What's this button do? Ooh. Oh, right, okay. Oh, this is the round. Oh, it's got a... What's new mean? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I like that. Clash of was that recent or is that me just? When was that actually? Barmy at Skull Pass was 27th of October. In fact, all these seem quite. Oh no, there's one here from March. But why is there something here from February? Why is that rated? What's a rated tournament as opposed to? I don't get it. Because that's from, but then when you go to page, oh no, this is yeah. Oh, that was on the 10th of February, not the 2nd of October. Idiot. Oh, oh, why did I know about that? I would have bloody gone to that. Oh Jesus. Right. Anyway, so the more recent stuff is at the top. Right. Oh, can we? We can do a date range. Oh, nice. That's over there. Right. A lot of this is what I feel like a right boomer. Some new software has been made aware to. I've been made aware of some new software. I need to poke around it a bit. Russ Veal. Oh, I'm so jealous of Russ Veal. He's such a complete Warhammerist, if that makes any sense. Like he's really good at the game. He's really good at he's a really nice guy. He's good at competitive stuff, but also he's an amazing painter. He's just got everything. He's yeah. What's he taking? Warriors of Chaos? Yeah, he's a big Warriors of Chaos nerd. So we got Nurgle Dragon, level 4 wizard. Nurgle though, you don't see that massively frequently. But on a steed, level 4. The Nurgle spell is great because it's like it's cast on a 9 and it makes the model and their unit +1 toughness. So that's. Has he got some knights? Yeah, so these Knights of Nurgle, basically you can make them toughness 5 relatively easily, and it remains in play as well. And if you're smart and you don't mention the fact that you've got remains in play, then your opponent will probably forget that you've got remains in play. I guess to their shooting phase and go, oh no, I forgot to. Can I go back and do that? You go, nah, not in your life. I want that still in play, thanks. But it hasn't affected anything. I don't care. Rules are rules on this occasion. Dragon Ogres. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty. He likes his chariots. Maybe I should look into chariots a bit more. I quite like a Sorcerer Lord on a chariot. I quite like the new magic artifacts, which allows you to pick any of the chaos spells instead of whatever. So if you go for that and a lore familiar, I think you can, or no, not a lore familiar, and a spell familiar, which I think is extremely common. Then you can basically roll 5 times in battle magic. Make sure you get the 2 spells out of there you want, and then just pick whatever you want out of the chaos stuff and the default spells. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. But yeah, Russ won that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sold. Who recommended? Who recommended it? Who recommended it? Oh yeah, the Doom wheel for a chariot has got stomps. It's just great. I don't know who recommended it. It was somebody. Longshanks. Here we go. Nick T. Walsh. Thanks for the recommendation. Longshanks is a really good bit of software. It looks like from a reviewing events perspective. I don't know how good it is for managing events, but I might do a show on that actually at some point. I might actually try and create set up a test environment and just test all the bits of software and see how well they work and just sort of show you the back end. If you're interested in that, might do that next week. That seems like it might be useful to people to just review these bits of tournament management software. a bit more fully. Cool. And that's all the events that I'm going to talk about. I now need to go and work out how to get all this data into my spreadsheet. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you have, I hope this video has been useful, and if it has, you can give it one of those. I hope. Well, I mean, if you've got to an hour and 4 into listening to me rambling, then you probably should subscribe. This is all I do. I sit and ramble at a camera about Warhammer: The Old World. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to Warhammer: The Old World. I do know a chap actually who runs a reasonably successful Lord of the Rings channel, but I only really have headspace for one game. Although I've got some people trying to get me into. I really do have only headspace for one game because I can't remember what the other one's called. It's like a rank and flank game from another producer, but you attack units rather than like individual models. So you kind of break units, and the models are just like a placeholder for a unit. War? No, what is it called? Anyway, I've had a look at it before, and I'd like to play a game, to be honest, just to see how it plays. But it doesn't. I like the sort of granularity of removing models and like imagining in my head that's like representative of like more. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'll hopefully see you again soon. If you've got a tournament this weekend, good luck. Let me know how you get on and where you go, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Oh, and if anybody's got any like list that they've taken to a tournament and they want me to have a look at and just cast my eye over and give you a terribly unqualified, undignified opinion, then I'm more than willing to do so. So just let me know in the comments. But anyway, I'm going to stop recording now and go and do something else. Bye.